All right, real record and go for it. Give us a start off.
Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gents. This is your boy Chadwick, your boy Mike Mick. You know how we do. We rolling up in this chilling villain town. We both in different towns. I'm from PA. He's from PA, but right now I'm in Florida. So you know what? Screw it. Let's rock and roll this joint and let's see how we all do. Chadwick, what's on your mind tonight? Talk. What's up?
Yeah, thoughts on the day. I'm just gonna go off into a little ramble. Been using that platform I was talking to you about last time, making all these different designs on Mid Journey and putting them up on different products that I'm like building this website, visitor751.com, and everything that I'm doing with that. It's like my whole little side thing going on that I'm excited to always excited to talk about because it's like right now what I've been doing is like making all these designs around different creatures and like animals and stuff and like having them do fun things. Like I'll tell it to to make me make something like a sloth riding a bicycle or a sloth riding a skateboard or playing golf or playing hockey or playing football or playing baseball or playing soccer. And then what I do with that is once I tell it to do that, it creates the designs for me. And I take those designs and I put them, I use this platform called Printify, and I take the designs and I put them on these different products. Like I put them on like this shit behind me, got like a tapestry or like this hoodie here or like a rug or like maybe a beach cloth or maybe something like maybe I'll even do it on like some coffee mugs or like coffee beer beer mugs, or maybe possibly I might put it onto like some like you know shot glasses. Then we go into like things like there goes
No,
I was trying to go on as long as I could here, but there's really like 800 plus products that I can put this shit onto, and I put it onto these things, and it's like it looks so good to me, and I'm like thinking somebody wants to buy that shit, but the problem is nobody's buying the shit at the moment, and here we are. 5 months into 2023, May 18th here on 2023 of May, and I've only gotten possibly like 10 sales this whole year. I've been working on this business for like all year, and I've only made 10 sales so far. So I'm having some struggles there with the sales, and I got to get these designs in front of people's eyes because I think if people see it, they're going to want to buy it if the right people see it, and I have to get the right people to see it, and that's the whole problem. So I'm looking at places like Twitter. I'm looking at places like I don't really care for Facebook. Facebook, like got my shit up.
yeah,
What's up? You got idea? I don't know.
didn't
It's like
didn't you say that you came out with some new clothing too about like
yeah, putting it on
shit
to
like that?
putting it onto like clothing. I got sweatshirts. I got t-shirts. I got hoodies. I got women's clothes, which are cool. I got like skater skirts. I got like hot, sexy, like uh t-shirts that are like long t-shirts. They just look real nice. Like I could imagine a babe wearing the stuff that I'm putting out there, and I'd be like, "Damn, you look good in that." But I just got to find the right babes that are out there that want to purchase this stuff, and I think they're out there. I just got to find them and make sure they see it, because as soon as they see it, and as soon as they buy it, and as soon as they wear it, and as soon as their friends see it, all their friends are going to see them wearing it, and they're going to be like, "Well, damn, where'd you get that? I want to buy that too." And I think it'll like spread out. I think that's like the idea is like as soon as one babe wears it, the other babes are all gonna be like, "Let me get that. Where'd you get that from?" Kind of thing. My thoughts. Chilling.
I'd have to buy one unless you want to mail one to me, but
I
yeah, I
really.
might have to get one.
I'm thinking like, you got the artwork going with what you're doing. We gotta get your artwork on some designs. I'm building up our website. I still gotta get that up, and it's coming along eventually soon. And
Wait, you're doing my own website
yeah,
with my own
yeah,
drawings?
we're building the pedal to the metal.io that'll be our
Well,
website.
I mean, damn,
I'm thinking
I gotta
we
make us some more badass shit then.
Yeah, I'm thinking like we put some of your artwork on some designs and put those up for sale. Because I mean, you got some good shit. The drag in our logo looks pretty good. I could see some people wearing that if they see it. You
Dude,
know, like
I'm putting that as a sweatshirt. Fuck it.
yeah,
Or a
exactly,
shirt.
exactly. I would definitely rock that shit too. Have that up a giant like look at this. We have a giant wall tapestry of it right behind you or something. You know.
I don't have it with me. I would show it off the book, but I don't have it on my
Uh,
couch right now. Damn.
yeah, I mean,
Up, like,
I'm putting it up. I got like an Etsy.com. I'm using that. I'm using eBay, and I'm just it's just like nobody's buying the shit. So maybe it's just me that likes the stuff that I'm putting up, and nobody else likes it. Who knows? But I'm gonna keep going at it because it's what I like to do, and it's like it doesn't cost me anything. It only costs me time. All it costs me is my time. So I just keep spending my time on it because like what the fuck else am I doing with my life? When I have free time besides playing video games, it's like I can play video games or I can just like do this and at least possibly make some money at some point. Possibly, who knows? Whatever. Yeah, it's fun. That's my thoughts. That's what I had to throw out at you to start this podcast off with, man. Because I was just thinking, like, let's just start talking, and I wanted to talk to you also about like some other things that are going on in the design concepts of things. We got all these different things going on at other big businesses where they have their own designs. For example, like you got big businesses out there like Target and Kohl's, Walmart. All these big businesses are out there and they have these crazy stuff that's going on. They're making tons of sales. So people walk into their stores and when people walk in, they get to see the physical stuff and they buy it because it's there. It's like I don't have a physical store, so people don't walk in, see my shit and buy it. But when they go to these stores, they're walking in and they're seeing this stuff right now. There's like tons of these like t-shirts and like tons of these like fun little designs that are made for children right now, and they're just like if you look at what they're putting out in these stores like Target and Kohl's, for example, it's really odd. I mean, they got this stuff that's basically it's I mean, we're gonna go into the topic I was talking to you already before the podcast about the fun topic we're about to get into, which is like the he, she, they, them. There's
oh.
weird shit going on at these big corporations are starting to put onto clothing, and they're selling it at these stores for like babies to wear. That like I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't really like it too much. I think that it's stupid. I think that it's silly. I think that this whole thing with this LGBTQ, and then they're adding on these other things to it. It's like they're selling this
Mhm.
all this crap on it. It's like what's going on with this stuff? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I totally get it. Like, that whole thing is just kind of stupid.
And they're making sales on if they're making sales on this stuff that has like he, she, they, them on it at these big stores. I can definitely sell some good designs. I feel like on my store. So
Like,
out there,
when you, what you gotta do is, like, once I start making some fresh logos and shit, and, like what you kind of wanted me to draw a line, I kind of be like, alright, I'll draw out a fresh logo like dragons and shit like that. Come out with some cool shit like you did with your t-shirt, for instance. Like, come out with a dragon shirt, or I'll come out with some kind of, I don't know, like something cool. Like, what do you think would be something cool for a sweatshirt? Because who doesn't love dragons? I mean,
those designs we made before on our last podcast that we had, what were they? The alien thing and the hot sauce bottle. Those were cool, like that kind of thing. We could like we could like challenge each other to make a new a new design each podcast, something where we challenge each other each time we do a podcast to make a new design for the next one, like we did before, and then we keep making new shit. That could be something I thought. Um, yeah, thoughts.
you know what? I totally did that. And like, that's what would come up with, like, four different sweatshirts in my opinion. What we should really start to do if we come up with two sweatshirts, we should come up with like two different brand names for them.
What do you mean?
So like your one alien shirt, that should be name brand for say Alien Master, and say I come up with a dragon shirt, or I mean sweatshirt, shirt, whatever. They can call that Dragon Swagger or Dragon Badass or DG or AW, as in like short for both. As in like we gotta come up with our own what do you call it, nickname for our name brand
Yeah,
or
nickname.
logo, like a logo, like what kind of like a Rob Daly kind of had, for instance. I don't know his logo. Like we just gotta come up with like something like just bam,
I mean,
something that'll get the capture of the world going.
yeah, when we started this podcast, it was like where we're going with it is the whole thing around you making this idea of building this like this stand that sells tacos and hot sauce, and I don't know if you're still thinking about doing that or if that was just like maybe I mean everybody. It's like
It's kind of
we switch up on our ideas and shit. Are you still thinking about making like a taco truck, or is that kind of like? Are you thinking of new things now? What are your thoughts on that kind of thing?
what I'm kind of thinking of. What's this like new kind of job that I'm going for? It's like a busser job, but if I can manage to like save enough money, like doing a bus and shit like that, on top of doing the um if he makes me a bartender, they can learn all the drinks and do all that shit. I can get experience and do all that shit. But if I can make my way through there at this new job, I'm hoping to get into, then I could be like, all right, I got about like 10 G saved up, or say 5 or whatever. How much it kind of takes, like kind of what my cousins did. They build their own mobile bar, and all you need is a truck to like zoom anywhere you go. Like say to a Phillies game, or say like any kind of like beach or anything. Be like, oh, you need a beer? I got you. Here you go. You need
uh,
a margarita? There you go.
yeah, I could see you rocking something like that. That's like up your alley right there, doing something like that. Yeah.
It's that's why I'm just trying to get out of the food business, because like right now with everything's going to Florida, I'm not going to say the name of the place, but they're not doing too hot. And they already laid me off twice, and I'm looking for a new job. So I'm kind of just saying, fuck you, I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah, I like the idea of going to like sports games and like and just pulling up and being like, I got a truck here full of shit, and it's like I don't know if you can just do that. You might have to get like a license or something to. I bet your cousins, if they're doing that kind of thing, they probably have like a license to do it, or unless they're just doing it underground like DJ and shit, like just going in and just riding up like they're who knows, whatever. I mean, let's keep that on the down low if they're doing that. But that's what's up if they're playing it cool and just pulling up on a game. You know, you pull into the parking lot. There's people there. They're all in the parking lot hanging out. And if someone's there bartending and pouring cool drinks like martinis and shit, it's like that's way better than just popping open a beer because like they're actually making like sophisticated drinks that are like actually decent to drink. You know, it's like that takes you. It's like, hey, I can. Somebody else is making the good drinks for me now. I don't have to focus on making the drinks. I can just focus on having fun, and buy a drink from this person here at the stadium. He's pulled up with some good drinks. You know. Uh,
Exactly, my point exactly. It's kind of like I might as well follow the footsteps where my cousins are going into, because like you can make mad money on like what you're doing. It's kind of like, why the hell not? Wouldn't you do a mobile bar? And it's like, you can bring that to PA. You can bring that to Washington. Oh wait, you got to get like the right license shit to do that. But either way, my point still stands. It's like you can still go different places. All you need is the right license to actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, between the fact of like, there's definitely always a need of having some alcohol at a party and stuff. You know, it's like if someone's there and they know what, like when you see someone who's like actually pouring the drinks right and actually doing it right, it's like let's go to them instead of having, yeah, it takes the problem away of having to do that. You know, it's like there you go, it's like so simple, like let's just go to this person. They're already here, they're already having a good time, they have a nice setup here, and like they actually put an effort to make this happen. Let's go to them and have them do it for us versus doing it ourselves. You know, it's like, hey, it makes things just more fun. These people, they already have a ton of money because they're working all week to get to go to these events wherever they're at, and then like they have all this money and they're just like, hey, this guy just pulled up, let's just go buy a drink from him. Why should we be pouring our own crappy drinks when we can just go and get like a real good, actual, like tasty, fantastic, like tasty and like well made drink? It's like, let's go to that person. Exactly.
And honestly, if I were to do that, I think I would get like an oven built into it and be like, yeah, I got beer and I also got a special being like burritos or spaghetti and blah blah blah. Once it's sold out, I'm done with. As in, sorry guys, all we got is drinks now. Like making some extra dough, like doing something like that, man. Like saying my mom's special or something like that with her spaghetti and meatballs. Being
yeah.
like, sorry
Okay.
guys, it's all no displays are for sale. Thank you, come again.
Yep. You cause a bit of like a limitation to your food. So like you always sell out. You have to be there right away to buy it, because if you don't buy it right away, it's gonna be gone, and then they're gonna be like, "Damn, I didn't get Meck's famous dot 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 this time. I'm gonna have to find where he's going and get it next time." It's like you create this shortage, this fake, somewhat, well, it's like a shortage. It's not necessarily fake. It's like it could be real. It's like you can only fit so much food in a truck to go around with, and you're gonna run out of food if you only have a truck, because if there's a big line of people, you can only serve so many people before you run out of food, and then you're like, damn, I'm all out, and they're just like, oh man, I really wanted to eat Meck's famous dot dot dot. It's like, yeah, I think it's a pretty cool idea what you got going there with that. And if your cousins are already doing it, it's like, damn, you can learn from them. So you got some like good teachers there for you. That's what's up, you know. So, um, so where are we going with this podcast here? Where are we at? I don't even know how many minutes we're in here. We've been going like 30-minute plus podcasts lately, like ridiculously long podcasts. Uh,
You know, sometimes that's how it be, and sometimes we need to do longer podcasts to get better views.
yeah, it
Um,
happens.
I'm trying to think here. um, yeah, I'm gonna try to start making more hot sauces on my more free time. I'm probably gonna look up a recipe, but like, Mom, can you buy cilantro? Can you buy peppers? Can you buy onions? Can you buy? Actually, no. Yeah, all that plus the spiciest pepper you can buy. Just grill all that shit up. I'm gonna try to grind it all up and make the spiciest salsa.
Yeah. You ever consider like making like a YouTube videos, or like videos of any kind, and just like of yourself creating this stuff and like teaching people how to, becoming like a food teacher on how to teach like people how to make hot sauce, like the best hot sauce or something like that? Is that something that
Hmm. To be quite honest, I never thought about
Yeah.
that, but you know what? It's kind of like,
I mean, you're already doing this podcast here. We're already on video, so it's like if you're making videos here with me, you can make your own separate videos and like build yourself like a brand and like slowly build up where people want to follow you because you're the hot sauce person and you make these crazy hot sauces and shit. I mean, I'd probably watch some of your videos if you were making hot sauce and I would probably think they were pretty funny. I'd be like, yo, that one looks disgusting. What did you do there? And you'd be like, no, man, this is the best one. This one is actually really good. And I'd be like, no way. And you'd be like, yeah, look at this. And it'd just like look all
you
good
want
and
something spicy?
uh,
Try this one. You want something soft? You gotta try this one. You want something good?
uh,
You want something with banana in it? I don't know. I'll just fucking run at this point.
yeah, me too. I could definitely I could see you just like in like the kitchen with like like you're making hot sauce and all of a sudden like a giant fire blows up and you're just freaking out because there's a fire like a big flame going on. You're like, what's going
Oh,
on? You're just like you're just like freaking out, like holding the saucepan. You have like some spray. You're trying to spray out the fire and keep cooking your
somebody help
hot
me! Somebody
sauce.
help me! Oh dear God! Oh dear God! What do I do? What do I
That's
do?
yeah, that's the kind of shit that will get views right there. Is make it just get that like having crazy shit like that happen will get views. Is just because it's so funny and hilarious. It's like you know what I'm talking about. It's the kind of shit that we would watch. Is the shit where people are like messing up on everything except for like they're making the hot sauce. The hot sauce is still good, but like everything else is like on fire and like the whole place is burning down behind. It's just like, oh man, I don't know if you should burn your house down necessarily, but it would probably get a lot of views. Uh,
That'd be a bad idea, man. I think my parents would be pissed off at me if I tried to do that, mate.
um, yeah, we when we started this podcast, we were our whole thing was like hot sauce, taco trucks, and what I'm doing the print on demand crap, and that's where we're still kind of there, except for we've kind of added on some things. We got oh yeah, well we also had the comics. You're the artist as well, but yeah, we also got the
Oh, that's right. I do
yeah
have a lot of good comic suggestions, and I should get back into it, trying to like write like little notes, being like, what kind of superhero would you want to be? Like, write down my old friends versus like my Florida friends, being like, what superhero do you have? And like going up against them, being like, who'd win? Like, bam, bam, bam. Like, like a Marvel movie or something
yeah.
like
I
that.
remember
That's
you
what really
talking
what I
about.
should write out.
I remember you talking about getting into thinking about doing that kind of thing. You were asking me like what my superpower would be, and I said it would be to like I don't even remember. It was like to read, not to read minds, but to telepathy, to be able to speak to people like you without speaking.
Right. Mine would be super strength, as in, like, I would literally be like Thor with a weapon or something like that, be like, whoosh, as in, like, the main character, because, oh, I'm Lady Meck.
I dig
I
it.
gotta be the, I gotta be
You
the,
gotta get the giant
I gotta
hammer,
be the hero in the book.
and like smash him. And
Exactly.
but you're instead of
You piss me off,
the thing
these things
is
get twice as big.
the thing is with the giant hammer. I could see you with the giant hammer as your superpower. You're instead of just smashing people, you're smashing like taco meat. You're smashing like patties, like taco patties, like just making the taco best taco patties with your hammer. Like, uh, yeah, that's kind of shit. Um, yeah, when we started this, we were talking about that. We've evolved into like dirt biking. We were talking about dirt biking last time, which is cool. I talked
Uh,
about motorcycling, how I did motorcycling, and you did dirt biking and stuff.
that dirt bike I'm still kind of into. I still want to get my dirt bike up because They're both asleep. Fuck it.
Yeah,
My dad's kind of been like a dickwad about like bringing my dirt bike down, being like, "Oh, you haven't done like much to bring the money to the table," and I'm kind of like, "What are you talking about, Dad? I've been paying off my car every single paycheck. I've been giving me 400, so that's like $600 every paycheck I've been getting." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then he's like, "Oh shit, two of your pages came out." I was like, "What? I gave you $400 like last week. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I got a call saying, "Oh yeah, we might be repossessing your car and whatnot." And apparently it didn't go through. My dad's telling me that apparently I owe $700 to my dad. I swear, like I'd have to be like, "What happened to the last $400?" Like literally, like what happened to it?
yeah. Just all money disappears. We're all as Americans. Every moment of our lives, it's like eh, we're doing. The reality is though the fact that we have a place to live, a place to sleep, and food to eat on our table. It's like we're doing so much better than the rest of the world in general. Like there's people out there that don't have food to eat. You know, you're drinking a shot. What are you drinking right now? You're drinking something good right now. It's like people out
I'm
there.
drinking Screwball
Exactly. Yeah.
and I am drinking some Red Apple Zoom right
Yeah,
now.
you're doing if you can if that's like a luxury, dude. The fact that you're living in luxury, we're both living in luxury right now compared to like the majority of the world out there is like living in like straw huts. They're living in like mud houses, you know. So we're and the reality is like they want us to like they I think that the powers that be want us to think that we're struggling consistently when we're always actually doing pretty fantastic compared to the rest of the world if we think about it. You know, if we really think about it in our heads, like we're doing a lot better than people who don't have food to eat and that kind of shit out there. Like, and there's people in our own country that don't have food to eat, but I'm talking about like people living in mud houses. That's ridiculous. The people in like other countries like living in straw houses and shit. I mean,
You know, and there's also like poor people down here, like, and there's also like
yeah,
people in like PA.
yeah, there
It's
are.
kind of like when you look at them, they kind of like, how can I help it? And they're kind of like, "Sure, Jay."
Yeah,
I'm kind of like, I just was sad looking at them. I'm like, fuck.
yeah.
But it's kind of like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta move on. But it's kind of like, you
Yeah.
did that to yourself in some kind of a way.
I mean, sometimes
And either your parents
I
don't
feel
love
like
you or
changes like
your life just went too hard and you just couldn't control it.
yeah, it's
It's kind of
ridiculous.
like the best way I could put it.
It's happening to Americans in our own country, and like all the shit that's going on with all these people invading our country today is like May 19th in 2023. We got millions of people invading our country from other countries. They're coming right in through the border, and they have no money. They have no money. They have no. A lot of them have no education. They have nothing, and they're coming in, and we already have all these problems here in our own country, and they're just all they're gonna do is create more problems. And they're bringing in drugs, they're bringing in fentanyl, they're bringing in all this shit. So our country is needs to hopefully get better with the best that's yet to come. I believe the best is yet to come, and it is the best is yet to come because big things are happening behind the scenes. So we have a good future ahead of us as long as things play out how they should play out, and they are playing out that way. That we have unlimited amounts of like under our country, we have underneath the ground in our country, we have this thing called oil, and like unlimited amounts of it. Like it's like gold. And as soon as that oil comes out and we start selling that oil to other countries, all this money is going to come into our country, and we're going to have so much money in our country that like everybody who's doing
Yes,
anything is
what is like half the reason why Hurricane and not Hurricane, I think it's Hurricane. I know Russia's trying to take over us, and then kind of all about yeah, but I'm sure they're probably going to try to. And then so far, there's only two I can remember that are trying to take over the U.S., but mainly just like our oil and just saying, fuck you guys, we want your country, you got a bidder over there, like, give us your shit, we want that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like this whole this whole crazy shit that's going on in the world. The world's crazy. It's big. Yo, where are we going with this podcast? Should we sum this up here or what?
Yeah, you want me to shut it down?
Yeah, let's shut it down. And, we can keep going with another one soon because we did a lot of talking about, especially me. I did a lot of talking this podcast. So next podcast, I'm thinking, how about we end this off? We end this off with giving each other another crazy design for each of us to create for next podcast. You know, I think you
I
should
like
create.
that.
I'm gonna give you the challenge of creating yourself as Thor.
Myself as Thor.
Yep.
I can do that.
All right, give me a challenge, bro.
No, that was too funny. Yourself as Green Arrow.
I'll look that up to figure out what Green Arrow is because I'm a little shoddy on that. Unless you want to talk about it for a moment, tell me what Green Arrow is.
Green Arrow's just like this one badass fucker, like destroy people with a fucking bow and arrow. He didn't need a gun whatsoever.
Oh,
And every time he just like dodging bull, like who's flipping over shit, just boosh, boosh,
oh,
boosh, 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 boosh,
yeah.
boosh, 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 boosh. And like, whoosh, you're dead.
I dig it. I dig it. I'm huge into
And
the idea of that. Yeah, I like. I'm big. I'm big into the idea of bows and arrows. I actually.
on top of that, I want yourself instead of like his costume, I want yourself with your logo.
My logo. I don't have a
With
logo.
a bow.
I don't know
As in
that.
your sweatshirt.
Is it like that thing?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. That's like one of my logos. I wouldn't necessarily say it's my logo for. I have to draw my own logo. That was drawn by um Mike something or other. His name's not coming to my head right now. But
You
yeah,
said it to me once and I still can't remember, to be honest
yeah,
with
it
you.
was Mitchell, Mike Mitchell. That was drawn by Mike Mitchell and I have to make my own logo, but that's like my logo for my visitor 751 business. But I have to make my own logo and make my own kind of thing as well
Okay.
eventually.
And draw yourself as Green Arrow without all of that.
All right.
The whole entire thing.
All right. That's like
Should I
me.
should
That's like me with a bow and arrow, basically. Yeah.
easy enough.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. All you gotta do is draw yourself with like a fucking hammer. So,
Boom, boom, boom.
all right, deal though. Close this out. Let's go.
All right, boys and girls, you know how we all do it. This is your boy Chadwick. This is your boy like to make your broski. We here. We like to entertain y'all. We like to chill out here. We like to vamp here. We like to smoke a little bit, you know, and we like to do whatever we do here all night and day. We like to draw shit. We like to do it. Talking about food trucks. We like to talk about drilling. So you know what? Leave us some comments in the below. What would you guys like us to draw next, man? Let us know what we are next. What?